Hey, and welcome at the Startup Visa NL Kickoff. My name is Leonie Holveda. I work for Founded in Friesland. It's one of the startup ecosystem partners in the Northern Netherlands. And today I will be your host for this Startup Visa NL meeting. So welcome to you all. Great that you're attending. We will tell you more about Startup Visa NL concept, and you will hear everything about the importance for startups. At last, you can also become part of the Startup Visa NL crew. More input on that will follow later. So I will follow with the outline for today. That's on the next slide. Yeah, one more. Yeah, great, thank you. So we changed a bit in our schedule, but that's no problem, of course. So we'll start off with an interview with Rutger de Graaf. He's from the RVO, so the Netherlands Enterprise Agency. Afterwards, we'll switch parts. So we'll first do an interview with the experts who already experienced the whole Startup Visa concept. And afterwards, we will get Startup Visa NL explained by Luzanne Theu-Poering. She is the program manager of Startup Visa. And afterwards, there's also space for asking questions. So then I would like to follow with some rules for today. Great, that's on the next slide. So we're here in the tool GoToWebinar, which is maybe another tool that you use most of the times, but it's actually quite the same. So what we're going to do is the webinar, and if you have any questions about the concept, about requirements whatsoever, you can ask questions, and at the end of the webinar, we will answer them all with the team of Startup Visa NL. Furthermore, it's also a part that the webinar will be recorded, but you as a visitor won't be visible on the recording. So that's good to know. And yeah, I would like to start. I would like to invite Rutger over here. He is live from world's leading startup event, Slush. So welcome, Rutger de Graaf.
Hey, Leonie, good to see you.
Hey, welcome. Good you're here. So you're attending with your phone, right? So we have to do it with your picture.
That's
So
correct.
That's fine.
I'm so sorry.
No problem. Great you're here. So your advisor residence permit foreign startups and foreign investors at Netherlands Enterprise Agency. That's like a full mouth, but what does it mean actually?
To be really short, we are with the Netherlands point of entry. We're the central contact point for all international talent-related issues. With the team, we advise on permits, resident permits for non-EU. But with the Talent Coalition, what is also part of the Netherlands point of entry, we also help corporates, startups, scale-ups attracting international talent, explaining the rules there and the kind of permits they need to attract that talent and to bind that talent to them.
Thanks. So there's also a real direct link to Startup Visa, right?
Yes. Well, within my team, we have advisors who, literally look at the applications that come in. The IND sends them to us, and we have a look at them. And at the same time, with the team that I'm with the Netherlands point of entry, we help international founders towards facilitators. And I think that's something we're going to talk about in a bit.
Great. And well, you started a while ago also at the RVO. Why is it that you introduced it, Startup Visa there?
Well, it's a cooperation between the Ministry of Justice and Security and Economic Affairs. And the idea was that the market needs to be able to decide what kind of talent the Netherlands needs to grow and to have an impact. So instead of the government putting legislation down as this is what we need, we said it would be a good idea if parties like in the beginning it was Rockstar, start a boot camp. Well, if they could do a selection based on the business plans and the technologies, and if then a founder would be non-European, at least they could help them out with a resident permit. So the whole idea was to have the market decide what is needed or what is interesting for the Netherlands, instead of the government directing clearly like these are the requirements. So we really made easy requirements. Like the only thing what we really check is if the company is innovative, scalable, and has a good facilitator. And next to that, we check if there is a step-by-step plan, what they want to achieve, what the milestones are for the first year. But basically, all the selection is done by the facilitators, by local parties, like in your case, in the Topia, I know Novelty and Campus Groningen. Yeah.
Yeah, nice. So you already mentioned some parties. What is it you already accomplished with Startup Visa?
Well, that's a really funny one, and I think to make it as actual, like up to date as possible, we're here at Slush at the moment, and we just had the 4TU challenge, Impact Challenge, and the coincidence is that the winner of the Impact Challenge is Hable One, and their co-founder is one of the founders is a non-European who has a startup visa. So the winner is basically a startup visa candidate, and I think they are with Novelty. To be honest, Table One is in the ecosystem of Novelty, or
No, they are another university.
Oh no, they are another which one?
I think it's Eindhoven.
Oh, they're from the Technical University in Eindhoven. So it's really funny that worked out. But there are more examples here today. So we have Jaws Saver, who's a Utrecht Inc. visa, startup visa. We have Algo, who's a TU Wageningen startup with two people, one from Mexico and these days also from Britain. And we have Solvg, who is a Delft Enterprise startup. So even within a mission of like 40 startups here to Slush, 5 or 6 are startup visa candidates. What I think and I believe is a really good example.
Yeah, those are great examples of startups who come here for the startup visa, and now also expanding the network actually in Helsinki at Slush event.
Yeah.
So then the startup visa NL came along, which is the northeastern part of the Netherlands, which started together with startup visa. What do you think of it?
Well, I'm really happy that certain actors came together and decided we should organize and unite us so we can have a better service towards the international talent. And that's something we're really happy with and proud. And I think also that the government, the Dutch government, is really supportive in this kind of regional incentives. And well, we want to help as much as we can with these local initiatives. So yeah, no, I'm really happy with it, and I think it's a good way of helping local, like international talents to feel welcome in the Netherlands.
Yeah, I guess that's the key, right? What you're saying there. And do you think maybe it's also an example for other regions in the future?
Well, I already know that certain regions are looking into what you guys are doing, and I believe there are some who are really showed interest in the way you set it up. So yeah, I think it's going to be an example for more regions to follow, because all the facilitators feel the same bottlenecks, and one of the biggest bottlenecks is the paperwork, all the questions around the application, and basically knowing who would be the right party for them to guide them and to facilitate them in the Netherlands. So yeah, I think we will see more initiatives like this one.
Real nice. And if you look at the Startup Visa NL program, what do you hope to see as a result for the program?
Well, to be really honest, and don't take me wrong, now the applications we have all the statistics, and what we see is that these days over 70% is in the greater Amsterdam region. If you look at where the startups land, and to be honest, I'm really hoping that the total number will go up, but the dominance of one region in the Netherlands will be a little bit less. And I think there's a lot of possibilities also, because one of the biggest problems we always get back from startups is it's so hard to find housing in Amsterdam. It's so hard to find a good school, and etc. And I think other regions are better able to provide that kind of services at this moment.
So also a lot of opportunities for the Northern Netherlands part, actually.
I think so. Yeah.
Nice. Good to hear. Thanks for your time, Rutger. And well, have a good time at Slush still.
Thank you so much. We're gonna do our best. So enjoy the rest of the day. Bye bye.
Thanks a lot. Thanks, Rutger.